To what degree are President Trump's designs on Greenland, do you think, tied to China?
Well, it's hard to know because there's so many different explanations being offered by the Trump administration about this really problematic focus on Greenland. And I just say this, there's no question that there is a longer term strategic threat, given the fact that the passageway between Asia and the Atlantic is now navigable in the summer months. There is more of a threat, particularly from Russia, to Greenland, to Iceland, to other Arctic nations than there had been in the past. So Greenland is very strategic. We have to contain and deter Russia. But the way to do that is to work through the NATO alliance. There is an Arctic Council of the 8 Arctic countries. Russia is a member. The other 7 members are all members of NATO, including Denmark and Greenland as part of the Danish kingdom, and of course the United States. So if the concern here is that there is a threat from Russia and its maybe in the long-term strategic partner, China, the way to deal with it is to have a united NATO and 7 of those nations, including the United States, working with Denmark and others and not attempting to buy or acquire by force Greenland from a vaunted and very reliable NATO ally, Denmark. And if you think about this, I was ambassador to NATO between 2001 and 2005. I remember very clearly what happened on 9/11. That afternoon in Brussels, as we looked at the Twin Towers falling in New York, 3,000 people dead. We looked at the Pentagon being attacked. And the Danish ambassador called me that afternoon and said they were with us. They would defend us. They would invoke Article 5 of the NATO treaty. An attack on one is an attack on all, which we did the next day. The Danes went into Afghanistan. And now suddenly we have a situation, and it's hard to believe we've come to this point, where the leading member of NATO is threatening another NATO member with military force. That will break NATO. If the Trump administration tries to use military force to occupy Greenland, that will be the end of NATO.